We welcome tonight Eugene Taylor, who is a lifelong resident of the Oley area and has been a volunteer and an exhibitor at the fair for a very, very long time. And I'd like to start off by asking Gene to say, welcome to the Oley Fair in Pennsylvania Dutch.
Welcome to the Oley Fair.
Thank you. And do you want to share some special memories or things that you remember about the Oley Fair of years past?
Yes, when I must have been about 10 years old, and I used to collect the soda bottles. I'd get 10 cents for a case of empty soda bottles. And then Oscar Schaefer was chairman of the soda stand, and I started working with him. I helped him out when he needed help. And after that, the next thing I can remember was I was in the senior class. We had a cake and cider stand. I fried hot dogs on Wednesday night to feed the guys. Plus I used to get my stuff ready and bring into the fair. At night, when the fair was, I worked with Warren Halls. He was a janitor. We used to sweep the floors till about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'd go home and get a couple hours of sleep and right back up to the fair. I don't know if you people know anything about the tent crew. I was on the tent crew because the windstorm came through the one year and blew some tents down, and they weren't taken care of, so I ended up on the tent crew. So after high school, well, I went to work. I used to take a whole week off for the fair and do my thing with the bees and honey and all that. Well, next thing you know, I was chairman of it. I should have told you before, I worked with Wayne Renninger when he was chairman of the fruit. And he taught me a few things about how to show fruit and how to show the honey. And that's what I picked up on.
Do you know the first year you were chairman of the apiary?
Not no more. I don't know more. You might have to look back in some of the books.
I know you were an early trophy winner. I can remember your picture on one of the early trophy photos.
Yeah.
Do you remember what year or how old you were when you won that trophy and what it was for?
It was for the apiary. But whatever year they gave out trophies, that was my first one.
So you received a trophy the first year they gave out trophies.
My wife complains now there's too many trophies because I have one for each year. And, I got one the other year for wine. But I kept entering stuff. I kept working and entering at the fair.
Do you remember where the exhibits were first displayed in the old school building?
Do I remember what room?
Yes.
One of the corner rooms. I helped push desks in rooms to make room for the exhibits. I don't know how you can say that. I know it was in a corner room. That's where Wayne you know, and Wayne kept me because I learned from Wayne and whoever was judging. I learned what they were looking for and all that.
Do you have any other special memories of the fair throughout the years?
Well, I couldn't go to the fair while I was working. So that was the biggest problem. I used to take my week's vacation for the week of the fair, sometimes to take 2 weeks. I don't know what you're looking for.
Anything you remember from those early fairs over at the fairgrounds? From the early fairs over at the school grounds?
At the school grounds, yeah, I can remember about the tents that windstorm came through and we'd have put the tents back up.
Do you remember anything about the horse show?
No, I don't know nothing about the horseshoe. When I was in 12th grade, I guess, I was in charge of the chickens out in the little chicken barn.
So you were in charge of getting the entries in and taking
Yeah.
care of the chickens?
Yeah,
And was that in the building behind out in the outfield of the baseball field? Is that
Yeah.
where that building was?
out back there.
And was anything else stored in that building?
They what?
Was anything else stored in that building?
Not at the time, because they had all the chicken crates in there. Now, when they came out of there, I don't know.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us this evening and sharing all of your memories.